In an ever changing landscape of the entertainment industry where creativity merges with ambition, our guest today shines as a guiding light of inspiration and transformation. Her story is not just one of talent and persistence, but a testament to the power of tenacity and the pursuit of dreams. In a world where barriers often hinder progress, she has emerged as a genuine trailblazer and a true rainmaker, breaking down obstacles and paving the way for others to thrive. Welcome, Sharon Tanya, my friend. So happy to see you.
Hi, how are you, Rain? I'm happy. How are you, Shannon?
I'm good. How are
I'm so
you?
happy to be
Yay.
here. So happy, so excited.
And as,
Uh,
and as always, delighted to join forces with my co-host and dear friend Shannon Yang, a natural rainmaker, a
Hello
needle
again.
mover, and a shaker, known for her insightful perspective. Shannon always brings a wonderful balance of warmth and expertise to our chats. Thanks always, my friend.
Oh, Rain, you're too sweet. Thank you.
Aww,
It's my pleasure to be here.
thank you. Ladies, let's make it rain. Sharon, could you share a bit about your journey into
Hi.
the music industry and what inspired you to become a professional singer, songwriter, and a vocal coach?
As a singer, it was actually by accident. I was only 13, as far as I can remember, but my family's already they're mostly musicians, especially my mom's side. But then my dad is really the one that's always playing the piano, singing in front of a lot of people. So I didn't know that I can sing. So I attended a competition, a singing competition, at the age of maybe younger than 13, and I was like, I was by myself because I'm actually an introvert. I'm very
Oh,
shy,
wow.
just extremely shy, really shy. And so I went there and I was singing along with the contestants. And then I was like, why do I sound better than them? Like in my head.
That is
It's
so
just,
cool.
why do I sound better? And then so came home and still, but in my family, for some reason, they don't really I know my parents love me and they're proud of me, but it wasn't like, oh my God, my daughter can sing. So I was just singing every time like my dad. So it's natural. It's just not a big deal for anyone that is showing a talent at an
Oh,
early
wow.
age. So fast forward, I was at my class in my freshman high school, and our permanent teacher was sick, so they had a substitute teacher, but it was one of the students. It was actually our class president. She doesn't like me, maybe because I was so quiet. You know, back then when you're quiet and I just think that when you're not that loud or you're not friendly, then people would naturally not like you. So she didn't like me, and then we were I was doing some I was reading a magazine with some song lyrics, and I was actually singing it while I'm sitting down. So luckily, luckily, she called me and said, I think she meant to embarrass me. And she said, whatever you're doing there, Sharon, can you share that to the whole class? Whatever you're doing right now. Like, oh no, I'm not doing anything. I said, no, you're doing something. You're singing. And then I said, no, no, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just reading the lyrics. But then, everyone was looking at me and everyone was so quiet. I'm like, what is she gonna do? Oh, she's embarrassed now, always bullied. So I stood up and I'm like, I'll just do it anyways. I'm being bullied anyways all the time. So I stood up and did what I was doing in the class, and I sang. I remember Angela Bofield's "You Should Know by Now." I sang the whole entire song, and everyone was so quiet.
Aw.
And to the last note, the song, the class president was like, "That's how you sing." and then everyone just started, applauding and screaming, and since then I became popular in school,
Aw,
the whole
that is
entire.
such an inspiring
So
story.
yeah,
Aw,
so I started having friends, started liking me, but I was still quiet. But at least that I gained a little bit of
yeah,
confidence from
that's
singing.
a lovely song.
That's when I found out that I can sing. Like I said, my parents never,
Encourage. Yeah,
acknowledged me, encouraged me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're singing. It's normal. Your dad sings. It's not something that to be like
yeah,
excited about." But I'm sure they're excited, but it's just not the kind of
yeah.
family that normally that you
But
would
so you
expect.
were a singer, and then you opened up a talent management company. Is that right?
Yes. Well, let's start with a vocal coach. So I came to America, and so in the Philippines, I was singing at a five-star hotel with a group. We toured Asia, and after that, I migrated to America. And the vocal coaching started as also by accident. So I encountered a lot of vocal problems, like name it, I had it. Um,
Like, oh,
nodules, and I remember that my voice and my range is really high, and then I'm a mezzo soprano, so I have my
mm,
low. So the musicians tried to, I don't know why they wanted me to sing a little note higher than Whitney
mm-hmm,
Houston.
mm-hmm.
So they thought it was good. They thought it would grab the audience attention. So I did that, knowing what I know now. I mean, it's totally not the healthiest way of singing. So it did give me a lot of problems. There was a time that I couldn't. I got sick all most of the time. I have laryngitis. Um, Started, getting that because I went to the doctor, the voice doctor, and found out that I have vocal nodules. And the only way to do that, to remove that, is of course by surgery. And although he gave me an option, if you don't want surgery, then your best bet would be a vocal coach.
Oh,
So I went. My ex-husband he was really nice to get a vocal coach who's like the very top of all, very top, like
but
Seth
but
Riggs.
this
He's
is really
the
common for professional singers, right? Like just right?
It is
The
common for professional
um
singers.
what do you call that? Like the illness, or because you sing every day, right? Yeah, it's very common.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, every night. Yeah, but it is common, but you can actually sing for the rest of your lives, for the rest of my life if I want to, as long as you sing the
Yeah.
healthy way. So I went to the voice doctor and recommended a vocal coach. So we got the best of the best, Seth Riggs, and he is the one of the top vocal coach for top singers like Michael Jackson, um, Celine Dion, and many more. Name all the top singers at that time. They all go to Seth Riggs, but Seth Riggs is already a little older now, and so you can't actually have voice lessons from him because he already has his people to do that. So I was lucky, one of the lucky ones who were able to have training from Seth Riggs. And from having voice lessons, I also got trained to teach,
Mm-hmm.
because he does teach vocal teachers. So that's where it started. And started teaching friends who auditions at uh, a lot of musicals in Broadway, and they were all like getting accepted from all the auditions because I was helping them. So that's where it started.
So, I'm gonna
Oh.
go back to vocal coaching. What do you find most fulfilling about helping talents reach their full potential in your management and consultancy firm?
Well, my trophy is always seeing their growth. like from nothing, from not being able to carry a note and being able to sing in front of or getting into American Idol. That's like, oh my gosh, like fulfilling as a vocal
Is that
coach.
possible though? Can you
And
really
that,
coach someone who can't carry a note to really? Wow.
yes, in my 19 years of teaching, um, I can say 75% of the entire vocal students mostly doesn't have the
This is
talent.
always debatable though. Would you consider voice or vocal as an inborn talent, or is the skill that can be nurtured? Okay.
Both. So I am a vocal coach and I'm also a vocal teacher. When I'm a vocal teacher, that means this person doesn't really have the talent. Now, if you have the talent, an inborn talent,
It's a
then I'll coach you.
ah.
So there's
Oh,
two
makes
fun.
sense.
I'm doing two
That
of
makes
those things
sense.
here.
That's exciting. That's really exciting because in my head, I always believe that voice talent is inborn. I have never seen someone, only because I always base it on experience. I've never seen someone who can't
Mhm.
sing and then all of a sudden can sing. You know what I mean? So I've never had that experience. But
Yeah,
of course, you're an expert,
yeah.
to this. So
I've
yeah.
seen so many in my mentorship in my a lot of them. There's one, I started teaching her at 7. She never had a talent. In fact, she was, well, I don't believe in tone deaf because I can always fix it. She developed the voice, very powerful voice though. And I can say that it's not an inborn.
Oh wow.
She never had that. But I started teaching her and now I'm coaching her because she already have the talent.
Good to
Mm.
know. Good
Yeah.
to know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's exciting. I'm still very passionate about
Yeah.
teaching because of all of these things. It's really a crazy journey. I mean, crazy not in a bad way, but in a good way. It's crazy how I kind of like, but I learn from them. I learn from my
Yeah.
students. The reason why I'm a better vocal coach and a vocal teacher now because of my students. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so remind me, so then do you also have a talent management company?
Yes. So this started. So after the band, I started doing solo. I was signed by a record label in New York and started recording dance. I'm a dance artist, so I went through a lot of things, um, mostly hardship, and one of them was that there were not much resources for me unless I have the money or even help uh, from genuine people that really believes in your talent. So everything was it's all about money. We'll help you, we'll promote you. There was a time I was in one state in one with Lady Gaga in one stage. She was just starting. I already had probably 3 records that I'm promoting, and then she was nice enough to say, "I heard your music, and they're really good."
Wow.
Um, I think that was really genuine of her to say that. So, not a lot of genuine people that would really want to help because you're
Yeah.
talented. Not too much resources. So that's the reason why I put up an artist development or I'm mentoring a lot of artists that's starting, or sometimes they already started before or been singing professionally, but they want another career. They want a record, an original song out there. So I guide them because I experienced that. So knowing what I know now about the industry, so I was more confident that I would be able to help aspiring artists navigate the music industry through myself and my resources and my connections. Yeah.
That actually leads me to my next question. How do you maintain authenticity and staying true to yourself in an industry that, sometimes prioritize image over substance? Because you've mentioned earlier that, you've helped a lot of talents, you've experienced hardship, and you're gauging that from your own experience. That's why you're helping other artists as well.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really big with authenticity because I would want to be treated the way I want to treat people. So, like I said, me, myself, and I always want to be myself. I don't care how, in this point
Yeah,
of time, because of course, when you're younger, you always want to be something else or somebody just to
yeah,
fit in. But with that experience, all these years, it never really worked.
yeah,
When I started being true to myself and being authentic, being genuine, that's when things started going great. Whether it's not about financial things, but going great meaning I know now who to be
yeah.
surrounded with.
That's really important.
Yeah, I don't care if I only have two
Mm.
friends or three friends
As
in the
long as they're
business,
authentic, they're not gonna use
as
you.
long as they're authentic. Yeah. And also I wanna live life to its fullest. Living meaning not like, oh, I went to Europe or I just want to live and live using my talent, using
Yeah,
me, using what God had
meaningful.
given me.
Yeah,
So meaningful. I wanna create a lot of memories, um, not just existing, but you're not true to yourself. I wanna be me, and I want people to like me and to love me because of me. And the same thing as me, how I love other people and help other people because I genuinely want to help.
yeah,
Because in this industry, there's only a few of that. Um, I want to stay that way because you have to start
yeah.
from me. If I want a better world to live in, then I want to start with me.
So talking about the city. So right now, we're all in Las Vegas. Do you think Las Vegas has a different music scene compared to any other city in the world? Any like special insight?
Um, I think with Vegas, what separates us from the other cities, like maybe
Mm-hmm.
compared to LA or to New York, we're more like lounges, hotels, and casinos. We're more people are coming here to go and watch the entertainment in the strip. Let me rephrase this. This is I'm very disappointed with Vegas because they actually get their entertainers from from um, from outside
Yeah,
Las
all over the
Vegas,
world.
all over the world, all over the world. Yes, and they never get any kind of and any local entertainers. The reason why I actually wanted to really make my artist development bigger, I just needed like people, like-minded people that agree that or also wonder why entertainment is not for locals. Why is entertainment from other other cities or other parts of the world?
Agree.
But I'm still at this point. I'm still trying to see if someone can help me from whoever, from the higher up, governor or whatever, to help me like really train artists here
Support
and
local.
acts, so local, so they can really we can all represent Vegas. And I think what's the difference too from other cities is because we have residencies, like not not like when an artist do a U.S. tour, they do a U.S. tour and it's only like a couple of days performances, concerts. Um, Unlike here, we have residencies like Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Usher,
Hmm.
Bruno Mars, and Adele. So I think that's what uh, um, is different from the other cities. Because we I don't think there's residency in LA or even New York.
Yeah. Yeah. So, reflecting on your career so far, what would you consider to be your proudest moment or proudest achievement so far?
My proudest moment. I think it's singing the national anthem at the Lakers.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
sang, it's a big deal. I sang four times already, and the story was they always thought that I have someone that got me the gig, but actually I was just I'm a type of person that's very resourceful. I would go around the internet and who's the right person to talk to. So what I did, I recorded myself the national anthem a cappella on the iPhone, and then send it to the right person in uh, the Lakers, and then I emailed it to her, and luckily she replied right away, and got me the to sing the national anthem from one time to the second time, and then she's still helping me, even if she's not the entertainment director anymore. Of the, she went up. She went higher. I mean, her position is is better now than being an
That's really one
entertainment
thing I think
director.
about Sharon,
But
though.
that
She
one,
never cuts
yeah.
corners. It's all talent, right? It's pure gold talent. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So I was surprised also. One day, I got a call from another singer, and she asked me if I can train her to sing the national anthem because she was trying to audition for Lakers. So she mentioned about audition, and so I told myself there is an audition. Okay, so I'm just really lucky enough to get to the right person, and then she just made it happen, and I didn't have to go through an audition. And she tried to audition once and second time, and then they were like, you have to sing it this way, sing it that way. And I trained her for a little bit, and she's been singing the national anthem for Lakers too, and
Well,
other sports teams.
so it
Yeah.
sounded like your resourcefulness played a big role in either your own career or coaching others. If would you have any good advice to give to someone who just started, like a young artist, where they should get their feet wet and how do they go about being resourceful? Like, what would they do?
Know what your strengths are. If you're good at singing, then try to polish that. Try to get yourself out there. And if you can get a mentor, then that will be easier. At least someone that believes in you too. Someone that will will tell you the truth.
And have you
Um,
turned anybody down?
Only a few. They turn themselves down because, especially with the kids, little kids, where they were just forced by parents to do vocal lessons
Mm,
or to even do anything out of like performing arts. So I have to turn them down because this is not what they want.
I see.
They're just being forced by their parents. So yeah, I would also encourage them to be resourceful and be out there and get a good mentor that is
Yeah.
genuine that would really help you because of your talent. Of course, we money begets money. We always have to put some investment in our career, like vocal lessons and stuff like that, or other things like beautification. You have to look good. All these things to be an artist. It's not just you have to have something too. Like you have to the it factor.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
if you are that, then just be hardworking.
I can relate to the. No worries. I can relate to being forced by parents, Shannon. I think I was.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I started vocal lessons. I was probably not even 6 years old, so I was really forced to sing. Um, so I'm gonna move forward with our POV questions, if you guys don't mind, to you know get it a little bit exciting,
I don't
right,
know.
Shannon?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm excited about because we don't just talk
Yeah,
about professional things, but we're going to discuss friendships,
and your
relationships,
point
you
of
know,
view
the
on
ugly and the
things.
good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go first. So, how do you navigate relationships and friendships in an environment where competition can sometimes overshadow camaraderie? This is my favorite question, though. Relatable.
Uh, I know. Um, I hear you. Um, I'm always very supportive of a lot of people, whether you're my student or not. If you're a friend, I support everyone, especially when it comes to music, especially when you're doing what I do. I'm happy. I'm really genuinely happy to see any one of my musical peers succeeding because many of them have worked so hard to get to where they are, whether they're already successful or not. They still they're still doing it. They're still putting a lot of effort. To me, there is no competition. I'm only competing with myself. I have to be. I'm very big in growth. I don't think of myself as, hey, yeah, I got it all. I still have a lot of things to learn. I'm still growing. And of course, to some, there will be competition. From the very moment that they met you, there is already a competition. But honestly, I just love singing. It's my passion, and making music, producing, and writing songs. It's just a passion. It's never a competition. The only competition I think is time. When you're because I write songs for other artists, so when it's already due, so that's the competition right there. Like, okay, I need to rush. So I need to be a better writer. I need to have these songs get done by the time frame that they requested. So I don't really have time to think about competition there. It's never in my head. I'm happy for everyone to be succeeding, and I don't mind them. And I just keep moving forward, and
Hmm.
then working on myself.
Yeah, but have you experienced jealousy? Like not from you personally, but from somebody you call friend. Do you have
Oh
something
yeah.
like that, like a story that you want to share, like or recall a time when your friendships face challenges, or you think it's friendship that face challenges?
Yeah, I called it a friendship. I brought her to the music
There's a
industry.
her.
A her. Yeah,
Her.
it's a her.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, Gave her all my resources, good ones, and gave her the opportunity to be, because she asked for it, and I felt like I'm, knowing
Yeah.
me. So I wanted her to experience, to be surrounded by good people,
Yeah.
and I introduced her to a lot of good people that can help her to get started in the industry. And even though it was very exhausting to be her friend, because every day was a drama, everything of her, just everything about her is drama and competition and jealousy to other people, and just talking about other people's lives that you know well that you don't have to talk about it because
Right.
they're
Yeah.
good people. Yeah, they're good people. um as far as I know, because I know this one good person, and she's telling me this and this and these things, bad things about her. And so I realized this person is not a good person. So, but I still stayed. I stayed. until whatever she's doing to other people, talking bad about people, she is starting to do it to me. So yeah, I was hurt. I was very hurt. It's kind of like a relationship that you broken up. It's the same pain.
It,
Mm.
Yeah. So right now is she doesn't exist in my life
well,
anymore. It's just how I.
Sharon's example is, she actually knew the person, right? I mean, Shannon, you don't know the person, right? You don't know the person personally, right?
Yeah, if you're talking about the person we're talking about, I'm
Yeah,
not sure if
there's
that's the
still
person
there's
you're
still yeah,
referring
there
to,
is
but
actually.
yes, somebody's name just crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have another question for you, ladies, and Sharon. This is something that we talked about in person. I'm always curious to know about, how you guys think, and of course, I want to hear Shannon's thoughts too. Um, what do you guys think about fake titles? For me, titles should really reflect on real accomplishments and responsibilities. So I'm talking about declaring yourself a CEO, a VP, a COO. For me, again, it's really important for credibility and integrity, because I would personally be embarrassed to call myself a CEO, a VP, a COO if I don't really earn anything from it, because I would know if I'm doing it for vanity purposes. So hypocrisy wise, I would personally be ashamed of myself if I claim to be an executive, or in real life I work in a, I don't know, not looking down on anything, but work in a service industry, or for example I'm a server. I would probably be proud to be a server first, because that's what paying my bills. But then again, that's just my opinion, and I would love to hear yours.
Sharon, you want to go first?
I've seen many people done that. Um, there's two people that we know, common friend. But
Do
um,
I know?
I think you know too. Yeah, one of them. I think it's hypocrisy, like you said, being not true to themselves, and sooner or later, people will know it. Even if let's just say it's really your title, like social media, that's your title. People will know. They will know, and that's more embarrassing when people find out that it's not really your title.
Yeah.
So I just let them. That's your title, okay. But then when people talk, they start talking, that this, she said, and this is her title. She proclaimed herself as that. So people will know. So it's kind of like I'm putting the music too. So when you don't practice, you will know, or the teacher will know. But then the more that if it takes about a month that you never practice, the audience will know.
I see.
It's gonna be obvious. So it's the same thing. So fake
If it's
titles, they
not real,
never
it's not
last.
real.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not real. It's not gonna last. People will always find
Or you'll
out.
probably
So
attract the wrong type
you know,
of kinds of people too, who most likely believe in,
yeah,
kind of like same like you,
same kind,
right?
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
same kind too. So they're gonna be, and they end up like they're gonna end up fighting too,
Yeah,
because this is me. This is my title. Why is that your title? So it's never gonna last. I
yeah,
think
true.
something like that.
Um, to be honest, I never really understand uh, why people would even put a fake title. To me, I would think it's only for someone who is already kind of a crazy nuthead, kind of. I mean, it's like what Sharon said. It's pretty obvious when you have a fake title on you, people is going to find out one way or another, and you're just going to look bad no matter what. So unless you truly believe that you really do own this title, and especially now in the social media era, I mean, you can find out anything, like the truth, who that person really is and what they really do. So if you have a fake title and and it's really fake, and you're just like literally putting it out there, and you're not worried about people finding out. And I think that person, I would first think if that person is mentally stable. I think that's kind of like where I would start. And I think the rest just go downhill from there, you know? And of course, if I, if I personally know someone has a fake title and they just, kept milking that, and I probably would stay away
Yeah.
from them because it's a big character flaw.
Yeah. It really is. It really is.
Oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't even do that.
Yeah.
Like, how do
Yeah,
people
I
do
would.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah. I think
uh-huh.
Shannon and we talked about this, one way or another. There are like people who has super lengthy, titles on Facebook or all of their social media, like all of the titles in the world, president, CEO, COO, but then in real life, none of those titles are paying the bills. One that pays the bills should be, at least even there, to have
Yeah,
at least that a little bit of credibility. I would probably respect the person more. Then again, I would say that for me, I would personally declare that I'm proud to be a server if that's paying my bills. If that's my 9 to 5, right? I mean, or a garbage collector,
yeah.
right? I would take I would be credibility wise, like I would take that over anything else, and just I don't know. Again, just POV.
I know. Or even if you say, yeah, I'm a server at a
Yeah.
casino, but this job is funding my
Yeah,
passion
exactly.
to
Right?
become that,
Yeah, at
whatever.
least
Yeah.
declare
I
it.
think it goes
So,
back to, yeah, it goes back to what we talk about being
Yeah.
authentic. And I think when you're being an authentic self, you are more likable, and also um, I feel like you can go
Yeah.
further because you really accept your true identity. And if someone is not even proud of what they do, as something
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
paying the bill, and would you really think that she would be a good worker at that job? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, yeah, I would question her
Yeah, I
integrity.
would choose a person that's, really humble, really, just honest, right? Honest with herself. Like I guess if you're that, then you're not honest at all with yourself and to anybody else. And I'm gonna move. Sorry, Shannon. If you have another question, I'm gonna move forward with another one. Okay.
Go ahead.
What do you think about people who are notorious to bask in reflected glory? And I'm gonna mention as well the exact definition of basking in reflected glory, psychology 101. So, basking in reflected glory is a self-serving cognition whereby an individual associates themselves with known successful others. And I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna go first too. So, for me, number one reason for me, I believe it would be insecurity. I personally have known good friends and blood related, really very successful ones, but I actually wait for them to acknowledge me, not the other way around. And they do. I don't add them anywhere or use them for my own gain because it's irrelevant. Because then again, I consider myself, a user if I do that. What's your take?
well, I agree.
Shannon can do that too, right? I'm Shannon Yang. I'm from the Kan dynasty of what, Shannon?
I'm the princess
Yeah.
of whatever empire. Yeah.
Whatever kingdom.
Yeah, because you will lose. You can never. I can never do that because you lose your identity.
Yeah,
I mean, I would want to be
yeah,
me. I love being me. But if you're gonna include that in your life story, that make sure that make sure that you're also equally
yes,
talented,
I agree.
or
Yeah,
maybe you can surpass.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
or
surpass their talent.
because at this point, if you are including them in everything, that means you're using them for your own gain, right? Like you don't
right.
really have
And
a
I think
value for them.
in a Western, sometimes they call it name dropper. Like you just hear them and they say, "Oh, I know this and that," and it's just like big names, and they think that they are somebody just because they knew all these people. but in reality, I mean, we just say, oh yeah, that's a big name dropper
Yeah,
there.
and you don't even know as well. I mean, it's relative too. It's subjective. Like you don't know if known for you is really known, right? It may be they're known in a certain, I don't know, area. It's subjective, right? It's still subjective.
Can always
Yeah,
include that in
yeah,
interviews. Like let
Yeah,
let let
right.
people know. Let people find out. Let
Exactly.
people do their own research. But like I said, if you're gonna mention that all the time, make sure that you're equally talented, or maybe you can surpass their talents. Be
Yeah.
the
yeah,
best. Best.
yeah. How do you deal with backstabbing? Have you ever had situations like that, Sharon? I mean, yeah.
A lot,
Mm-hmm.
a lot. Well, not a lot, like a lot, but they are.
It's
But
common.
yeah, there is very common, and sometimes you just lose trust in a lot of people, so you make your circle very small.
How do you maintain your faith then, like after all these years?
How do I maintain my friends?
Your faith, like your faith in real friendship.
Your friends, like with someone, if it's really genuine friends, you know,
No,
you just know.
right.
It's
I agree.
just
You feel it.
you feel it. You trust, and there are always good people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Well, what
everyone's bad, and the universe will cut those people out of my life. Anyways, I always
very true.
believe in that. Like right away, like
Yeah.
um,
What would be the most hurtful comment or relating to backstab that you've heard so far from a third party?
was I was actually a little hurt because she
But
played
you're
the victim.
but
Because
you're
she
not.
played the
She's
victim.
not really your friend, right? Is she? Was she?
Almost become a friend.
Mm.
She she played the victim after the I don't know. There
The
wasn't even
incident, yeah.
after the drama, after the incident. She played the victim, and she cried and told everyone that that I was the bad one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I going to miss the opportunity of
A lifetime.
a lifetime. Yeah, yeah. So my reaction was like, it was funny. It was funny, but it's like, oh, that's weird. But
Yeah.
I stayed quiet. I never talked to anyone.
For me, what I would probably consider not really hurtful, but I'd share it anyway because it's funny. Shannon can relate to this. So I was also accused of having a sugar daddy. So you guys heard about this.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
right? So, but last time I checked, I have a master's degree. I was accepted to law school, which means I work to earn my education, which has equipped me with the skill and knowledge to fully support myself. So I don't really need a sugar daddy. So if you guys know a sugar daddy, please, you have my email address.
Yeah, I know. The same rumor was on me as well. And same ring, same. I'm self-made. I was in the. I graduated from Bryn Mawr College with a full scholarship. I have
Right?
education in Harvard. Yeah, and
This person even didn't.
was in the venture capital, and we did merger and acquisition, and we did really well because we brought a few company public, and hence I earned what I supposed to have, and um, yeah, but I guess in someone's mind, women just don't have the means to be successful or to support themselves or to have nice things. The moment they see someone who, let's say, who has a Lamborghini or who have a Birkin purse or a name brand stuff, they just think, oh, that person got a sugar daddy because she can't do it herself. I think it's a reflection on themselves because they themselves can't afford it. And so to be honest, at the beginning, I was just really hurt. But then if you really look back, it's kind of funny. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's just pathetic that
You
somebody
have
would
to look at the person,
have
right?
such an evil mind and fill your mind with all these dirty thoughts instead of positive ones. It's sad, really.
And it's kind of like an excuse to like do better for themselves, right?
Mhm.
And just moving forward in a positive way. I think it's more of an excuse and
Yeah.
always boils down to insecurity and jealousy,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Toxic.
Um, yeah. Sharon, my last question to you is, can you share a time when staying authentic led to meaningful connection or opportunity in your career?
So friendship, like my record label.
Yeah.
Um,
They're good people
since
too, right? I
oh,
mean,
they're good people.
you always have great
So
friends.
yeah. So I've been really, really good to them. I never complained. There was just one incident that I think my songs were signed to another label, and that's when the you know the mess came about. So I took a long break from the industry recording. So, but then this person recently just called me and said, I can never really forget you because you're one of my talented artists, and because your talent really um, stands out more than anything else. So we're actually in the process of doing another album, and he's going to take care of everything. I used to you know put some of my money to that, but because he appreciates the friendship and the genuine friendship, so he's now just putting it out there with the record label and really taking care of me. So I think those are the times when you build trust for each other, and being myself the whole entire time help him build some trust on on this relationship, our friendship. We're now moving a better relationship and releasing an album, um, which is happening this year, and I'm very excited about that. Going, coming back stronger. Very exciting news. We're gonna have producers from Germany and mostly Europe. So it's in the works right now. So very excited about it. What's good about it is he's doing everything from promotion and everything. I used to do it on my own, but now I have
Yeah.
this record label.
Yeah. You always organize that for everyone and
Yeah.
yeah, right?
And I was so happy, and I can even remember I was shopping at an outlet, and then he called me, and I stopped shopping. I was like, oh, better go home because
Ah. You dropped the shopping, Sharon.
yeah, I dropped the shopping.
Okay,
So
Shannon, one last question.
Okay. So Sharon, my question is gonna be, so how does it look in the future for you? Like, what's next? What is your next project, and what is your next plan? What are gonna like in your career?
my next plan is um, just working on myself. I mean, most of you know that I'm a little heavier physically uh, for years and years,
No,
and
you're
now
not. But oh my god, like she's
yeah.
gorgeous. I
So
saw her
I
today.
lost a lot.
Amazing.
I lost a person, one human in my physique. So I'm
Congratulations.
trying to continue that, and
Congratulations.
it's sad to say that you really need to look good, to be out there and for people to
Or to
give you more
feel good
projects.
too, right?
Yeah,
Or
I
to
feel
feel
good
good
too.
first
I
and
feel
foremost.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good, and I'm always been confident about my own skin. It's the very first time that I get to be, a little lighter, two size down, and I'm very very excited. And I've been doing a lot more um, of self, just
Development, fit.
development. Yeah, everything fitness. So that's one, and well, with my mentorship, just finding the next superstar.
Aw.
There's a lot of them that has potential, but and continue writing songs, good songs for myself and other artists.
So you write songs too?
Yes,
She's a
but
powerhouse, a dancer. She danced, really well. Shannon is a dancer too.
to get trained again.
Aww. If you enjoyed today's episode and found it valuable, please don't forget to download, subscribe, and share it with your friends and colleagues. As our conversation with Sharon draws to a close, I want to underscore a deeply impactful insight she offered us today. Sharon reminded us that being a rainmaker transcends the confines of the entertainment industry. It's about fostering a culture of creativity, resilience, and empowerment in all aspects of our lives. So, as we say goodbye for now, let Sharon words inspire you to create ripples, not only in your artistic endeavors, but also in every stride you take toward achieving success and fulfillment. Thank you all for being a part of the Rainmakers podcast. A reminder that rainmakers are not passive spectators of the rainfall, they are the architects of change. Until next time, keep making your own waves, inspiring others, and forging your own path to success. Every day is a chance to make it rain.